want to fuck Beyonce and Rihanna. We'll see which one of those things happen first.
Yep. We are fully aware WrestleMania is going on right now. We're still doing this shit live, motherfuckers. If you're not watching WrestleMania, come hang out with us. Apparently, Ronda was in the ring a second ago, and she was so terrible. People booed the shit out of her, the whole thing.
Ronda Rousey?
Yeah, Ronda Rousey's still in WWE. So
yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, what a Keyboard Warriors live presented by Cageside.com. I made the last for Kirby shooting the shit on a mildly quiet day until we just talked about WWE. The pending sale of WWE to Endeavor, which we all know is the parent company of UFC. So UFC and WWE will be owned under a new company. It's all confusing as shit. Go to CaseTimePress.com for the story. But WWE and UFC will come together, form a new company that will also be publicly traded. It's a whole kind of mess, right? But dude, the money's insane. Like, they haven't said how much the sale's going for, but Endeavor will own 51% of WWE, which is the majority. And then WWE will be valued at like $9.3 billion, and the UFC is expected to be valued at $12 billion. Billion. I'm the B with a billion with a fucking B. Like,
right.
All kinds of money fucking going everywhere on both sides. So it's all kinds of nutty, dude. It's fucking sick. But just I know you just heard. I just give you the details on it. But just off hearing of what you little you know about it, what was your impression of it?
I guess I'm a little. I suppose I just don't know what the fuck this means, really. I don't know what to think. I don't know what this will actually change for me as an MMA fan.
Yeah.
I don't really give a shit if we start seeing UFC. Like, it's one thing for UFC fighters to start going to bare knuckle fighting or Bellator or to Japan or fucking boxing or whatever the fuck, fucking goddamn Roy Jones Jr. and fucking goddamn Anthony Pettis. I mean,
did you watch it?
I did not, but we can get to that. I know it happened. I don't know what happened, so we can talk about that just a little bit too, because it's been a really fucking quiet week.
Yeah.
So if they go do fucking WWE matches short of them fucking blowing their hammies out, who gives a fuck, right? It's fucking. So I don't know, man. What the fuck? It seems kind of cool. I guess I'm just sort of a little naive and ignorant to what this will really change for us as UFC fans, other than maybe a little more exposure or Endeavor having a fuckload more money. Who cares? I mean, there's a real question. Is the WWE even popular anymore? Now, I know that WrestleMania is a big deal, right? But your average fucking pay-per-view, what does a SummerSlam do these days, right? What does a random whatever the fuck do these days? I don't think that the WWE is necessarily still in its heyday. I know it's still a massive company and a massive deal, and I think it's a little easy to get wrapped up in the WWE's nostalgia of it being this massive thing when WrestleMania is right here because it's such a huge deal. 2 weeks from now, though, who's really checking it? How many pay-per-views is the WWE selling on a regular? I know they don't do pay-per-views, but like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they're really at a peak as far as popularity goes. So I don't know. It's all right. I'm confused. I've got a shitload of questions. I don't know what to fucking think about it.
Let's see. I just randomly Googled WWE views, right? This article from itnwwe.com, I guess it's a fan page or news page, whatever, says on March 27th, so last Monday, Monday Night Raw had an average viewership of 1.843 million over 3 hours of the show. So 1.3, I mean, and 1.83 million, right? And then on top of that, it's subscription services on Peacock, no longer WWE Network. I was wrong on that earlier when I said it on the tweet. It's no longer WWE Network. Apparently, it's not even. They don't even use that anymore. It's Peacock, which is Paramount. I want to say is a parent company, or NBC is a parent company. I think. Yeah, NBC, Peacock, right? So they're on Peacock.
Listen. I don't want to be a fucking cunt here, and maybe I'm speaking out of turn,
right?
But you had me at Peacock. Maybe I'm out of the loop here, but Peacock sounds fucked. It's not exactly like they're on fucking ESPN Plus or fucking Hulu or
True.
Netflix. What
True.
the fuck is a a peacock? Is a goddamn bird that's got
Bird.
pretty assholes, right?
Dude, so it's like they have shows on it. It's a streaming service. So it's like
Yeah, I fucking know it's a streaming service, Eddie, you
yeah,
fucking
but
smart mouth prick. But I'm saying, who the fuck is actually watching Peacock? What
no,
the
you're
fuck?
right.
What the fuck else is on Peacock? Name me fucking 3 top 10 fucking shows that Peacock's streaming these days.
The Office.
This fucking show should be on Peacock.
We get the same views.
Yeah, we should be on Peacock. That's the fucking
We
tier
might as
level
well.
I think. Now listen, maybe I'm a fucking asshole. Maybe I'm
Uh.
speaking out of turn and Peacock is a big deal, but I just feel like the WWE isn't exactly in its heyday anymore.
Yeah.
I understand that it's a big deal, but I think maybe again I might be being naive and fucking sort of goofy here, but I feel like people are maybe making a bigger deal about this than it is. What's it really going to change? Just that the
Right.
fucking rich pricks are going to be even richer, right? Now Endeavor pretty much owns the sporting fucking world that don't have fucking sticks and gloves, right? Sticks and
Right.
balls or whatever the fuck. Like the fake fucking side with the WWE. Now they own fucking MMA with fucking the UFC. I guess they don't got boxing, but other than that,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't really know. Again, I guess now they could promote them together. Am I going to get to watch the fucking WrestleMania under the package or something? Like, what am I going to? If I'm not fucking getting something, I don't give a
Right.
fuck.
Right. No, you're right. You're right. No, but it's just funny as hell to me
Now,
that
somebody like Otis, who probably isn't even watching the program tonight, because
he's
I
watching
imagine
wrestling.
he's watching fucking WrestleMania. Shout out to Otis, but Otis probably is fucking lit right now. Got the
Yeah.
fucking red panties out for the old lady and drinking fucking Hennessy or whatever his preferred choice is. He's probably lit because he watches the WWE and I don't know. What the fuck do I know about it? Maybe now there's some sort of thing where you can watch it all one-stop shop and it's going to be something that matters. But
Right.
for me, I don't know. I don't give a fuck that Endeavor's buying the fucking. I get it. Jesus Christ, I get it. I understand it's a big deal.
Yeah.
But then after the initial sort of, damn, that's kind of crazy. Well, why would I actually give a fuck though? What's it going to change for me? And if the answer is nothing, I don't know. Congratulations, Endeavor, and fuck off Vince McMahon, and who gives a fuck? I would be more worried if I was a WWE fan that maybe they'll be bringing in different producers or they'll change something or they'll push Vinnie Mac out and they got this new idea. As a UFC fan of Endeavor or whatever the fuck, I don't give a fuck. I
Yeah.
don't, as long as it doesn't, they don't start putting their goddamn peanut butter in my chocolate. As long as all of a sudden fucking Shawn Michaels doesn't start walking Sugar Sean O'Malley to the cage and it's just not a complete fucking shit show in that way, then, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. No, look, you're on point. It's about money, right? Now, I wonder if it's because WWE needed money or because they were offering money. I don't know what the fuck it was, but they've been on sale for a minute. It's been months.
Bro, I think, and I don't know nothing about this, but just since we pontificating,
Yeah.
I think that Vinnie Mac is just done, right? Like I guess you said he's gonna stay on or something, but I think he just probably is cool. Like I would be. If I had done that shit without, it'd be time to just sell it and say, fuck that. I've done this shit for fucking 60 years. I don't want to fucking deal with it no more, man. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'll be dead in 10, 15 years. Let me just motherfucking spend these billions. Take this shit and fuck off.
Vince McMahon's fucking 78, 79 years old. That's what I would do. I would sell that shit and go buy an island somewhere and chill the fuck out.
For real. Or just, do whatever the fuck you want to do for as many days
Yeah.
as you got left. What the fuck? Like, who wants to keep fucking dealing with the business?
For real. So that happened. Then it's been a week. It's been a weak ass week, right? And we don't do fight breakdowns anymore, so we're not going to go on Bellator. We're not going to go on PFL. Just to keep it short, Bellator was all right. Kenton got on the McCourt was a dope fight, and then there was a couple cool finishes on that card. And then PFL was just meh for the most part. So, what's up?
I just in general, Bellator's got some problems, and I know that I don't speak for everybody in any way, shape, or form, but I think I have really sort of settled into this weird in between of like a hardcore casual. I don't even think I'm really a hardcore fan anymore. But I am a hardcore casual, and I don't care about Bellator anymore, and that's not good because I actually used to care. There were fights that I just don't really give a fuck. And I, fucking goddamn spare me with all the horse shit. I know they still got good fighters and they still got compelling fights, but you got to do something else to get a motherfucker like, and look, I want to watch. I am a fight fan. I want more fights to watch, but you got to sell me on it. Bellator ain't sold me on a fight in the month of Sundays. MVP started losing. They lost Chandler. They lost well, they didn't even have Gaethje, did they? They just lost their real big names, just like everybody else in the fight game, to be fair. They, you get too big, the UFC gobbles you up. That's just the fucking way it goes. And Bellator just hasn't had a lot for me, man. I know they're cultivating. It bugs me when Ryan Bader's your light heavyweight and your heavyweight champion. It just fucking turns me off. It just turns me off. I know that they're and you can make an argument that their light heavyweight division is as good as the UFC's now. And shit. That's a cute argument, but it's only remotely relevant because fucking John's gone and the UFC's in a down. Trust me, soon enough, the UFC's light heavyweight division will destroy Bellator's light heavyweight division. And that's just the way, you might be able to catch a little when Bellator's at a fucking high and the UFC's at a low and throw that little comment in there. But in general, Bellator needs some names, man. They need some set. It's like, now follow me on this. China's fucked.
Yeah.
Right? They're fucked. But they do get their people to follow orders better than us. It's less fucking chaos. So before I forget my own point, in Bellator, yes, you have more freedoms. Scott Coker's nicer to y'all. Y'all get paid a higher percentage of what the fucking company makes, so on and so forth. But who gives a fuck? Having bigger piece of less of a pie, you still got less of a cocksucking pie. The UFC might have a lot tighter fucking rein on y'all, but we get the better fights. We get the compelling storylines. We get all that shit. And Dana's a dick and the fucking the man and the whole most of it. But sometimes you sort of need that to make some shit run right, or else it ends up like cocksucking motherfucking boxing. And that's what sort of, everybody in the UFC saying, I hate the UFC. I hate Dana. I want there to be more money. You fucking twats do realize that turns the UFC into boxing. Giving the fighters more power and more money will inevitably turn it into boxing. And you will have shit like you have with Fury and Usyk right now. We wouldn't have got Jones gone. We wouldn't be getting Jones Stipe. We wouldn't be getting Adesanya fucking Pieta twice or fucking 3 times, whatever the fuck. So I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm ranting. Bellator better get their shit together. That's what I'm fucking saying. Bellator better fucking step it up because I don't give a fuck about Bellator anymore. And I am Joe Blow average at this fucking point.
All right. So that's a good point. So as far as what Bellator has to do. So Bellator, the problem with me with Bellator is like their lack of like no one fucking knows anything about any of these people, right? And I don't like a lot of people. His name Josh Thompson was like blaming the media for the people not knowing a lot about Bellator. Like Bellator doesn't have a YouTube channel or social media on their own and everything. So everyone clowned him for it, and he didn't. He doesn't really have much of a point on that. At the same time, running a media company and seeing, mind you, Cageside Press, we cover all of it, right? We just did. I spent all day doing myself, my editor Jay Anderson, and homeboy, and we spent the last today and yesterday doing post fight scrum write ups, right? So do a post fight pressers. We write it up and everything, great, but a lot of the big pages don't really put Bellator stuff out there that much, right? Like the big, the big ones. You guys know the handful of big ones. So, so there's that. But
why? Why they don't put nothing about Bellator?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody cares.
Nobody reads. Nobody clicks.
No. Look, there's a lot of fighters on the Bellator roster that are like worthy of being people giving a fuck about them, right? Like plenty of them. Just no one knows about them. No one knows shit about him. It's fucking wacky shit. Like for example, Randy Field. Randy Field is strawweight, right? Gorgeous girl. You know what she did at her media day? Okay. They asked her if she could, why Bellator doesn't have a strawweight division. That's 115 pounds, and would she fight atom weight, which is 105, right? And this is probably like the most viral moment of the entire fucking week for Bellator, the entire week, and it wasn't even that racy. She goes, and the reason I can't make 105, stands up, turns around, smacks her butt, and she goes, "This is why I can't make 105." And that clip blew up everywhere. That's the most memorable thing out of Bellator this last weekend, as far as like what people have been putting up. So we want to know about Randy Field. We want to know about like everyone talking about Patricio Pitbull. Did you know? Not Patricio, but Patricio Pitbull is fighting Sergio Pettis in I want to say in a couple months or 2-3 months. He's going down to 135. Right? He's been the lightweight champion for Bellator. He's currently the featherweight champion for Bellator. He's going at a bantamweight. He's going to be the first guy in Bellator history possibly to be a 3-division champ, and no one knows about it.
Listen. I'm gonna sum it up real quick for you, and this is just the fucking bottom line right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know clever cocksuckers will try to think outside the box and say you need to build your own stars, man. You need to create homegrown talent, and to a degree that is true. Having a Michael Chandler or somebody you can grow in house that happens to be exciting as fuck and dynamic and actually really good is important. Yeah. But let's just be very clear. What you need to do is what bare knuckle boxing has done a great job of. What Jake Paul has done. You got to piggyback on the UFC. Let's be very fucking clear. If you want to be in the fucking combat sports world, right, short of boxing and kickboxing, which sort of have their own built-in fucking thing. If you want to do MMA on the highest level, you got to grab those. What the fuck? Anybody that's got any micron of success, what have they done? Now, one and all those cats, Japan has always sort of done its own thing, but when they make waves, it's what? It's because they get a UFC guy. It's because they got Mighty Mouse, and now they've got Mighty Mouse fighting Tom Poe or whatever the fuck goddamn kickboxing guy that they had over there. It's because they brought Mighty Mouse to fight that fucking guy.
Yeah.
Like, here's the truth. You know what fucking Bellator needed to do? They needed to fucking liquidate everything. All the fucking dumb fucking twats that they're paying way too much money for, giving them all the shares of the company, being the good guy to the fucking dickheads on Twitter so they can fucking glorify fucking Bellator and their payment scheme. What they need to do is cut all that shit out, treat everybody like the UFC treats everybody, because apparently it fucking works for them, and break the bank to get Francis Ngannou. Because you know what? That's what I tune in for. Sure. Even if it's just to sacrifice Ryan Bader. Say we got Francis. Then I'd be like, you know what? All right. Bellator, you got me. You're the pricks that are going to run Francis's next fight. All right, fine. Last I heard, as far as MMA goes, it was fucking the goddamn fucking PFL or whatever the fuck that's called now, and one that were the top runners to get Francis.
Right.
So, I don't know. I think Bellator needs to swallow their pride and just do what everybody else does. It's the only thing that really does work, if we're just being fair, since fucking Pride died.
Yeah.
The name of the game is grabbing them stars as they come out. Jake Paul wouldn't be fucking shit if he wouldn't have got the knockout Tyron Woodley, and none of us would give a fuck if Tyron Woodley wasn't the fucking UFC champion.
Sure.
Anderson Silva. Literally all of Jake fucking Paul's star power comes off of the UFC and what they built there. You got to do that. Francis Ngannou existing in the world, being able to get that guy, Bellator, this is your business. Throw the fucking bank at that guy, get that guy, and fuck, you can build your heavyweight. Now you got a heavyweight division. When fucking Ryan Bader was your heavyweight champion, a dickhead like me didn't even pay you guys attention. Your heavyweight division is a fucking joke to me. Like, not to be a cunt, but if we're just being realistic, I could think of fucking 5 guys in the UFC's shitty light heavyweight division that'll mop the floor with Ryan Bader. That's your heavyweight champion? Get the fuck out of here. It's a fucking joke.
It is. No, and they got a lot of work to do, of course, but it just seems like Coker seems to be the kind of, Scott Coker, obviously president of Bellator. He seems to be the kind of guy that goes, just, the status quo, just keep it moving. we'll try this, maybe we might try that, and they do try a couple things, but the shit that they normally try was okay. We're gonna. By the way, it's great. It's a great product for the hardcores, but those fucking crossovers with Ryzen, those are great. But the constant change and where they're broadcasting and all that kind of stuff is rough, dude. It really is. But either way. So that's about that. That was about that's the whole thing with Bellator. And if you watched the heavyweight fight yesterday or my Friday, nah, you're right. The light heavyweights in the UFC would fucking clean out that whole division. Just my opinion as well. So all right. A couple more things. Daniel Cormier. I don't know if you watch Henry Cejudo's YouTube channel. If you don't, I recommend it. The motherfucker, as cringy as he is, he's fucking brilliant. So get him on there. He had Daniel Cormier go to his house, and they were hanging out, looking at old photos of because they've known each other for fucking decades, from the wrestling side of everything. And he had Daniel Cormier go on there. He asked him about about John Jones. So let's see what he said. Henry Cejudo, basically said, I just feel like Jones really trying to bury the hatchet with you. And DC goes, did you see what happened after the fight? Everyone's acting like I was mad that he won, talking about John Jones beating Cyril Gane. When he was finishing Cyril, his back was to me. And my reaction was the same reaction as Rogan. But because of our history, it's like, oh, DC's mad. And then he says, dude couldn't even force a smile, is what John Jones said to DC on Twitter. That tells you he's ready, but he's not quite ready to bury the hatchet. But he did open up a little window to John Jones. He said, in the darkest moments when John Jones' mother passed, when DC's father passed, he said that Jones sent him a message. And so it's one of those things, right? Like you almost wonder if John Jones is just doing like a really, really dedicated actor. That's just who he is. He's a crazy person. But do you think we'll ever see DC and John Jones do like a podcast together and like shoot the shit and talk about like the old days?
No. I mean, you never know in life, but I don't think they'll be fucking getting into it at the Pancake House in 20 years. But I don't think they're look, man, everybody ain't meant to be friends. I don't think they're similar guys, man. I don't think that John Jones is a bad guy.
Sure.
I think John Jones would be good friends with me, not DC.
Yeah.
I think that when John says he thinks DC is a good guy and a good family man, he's right. I think DC is a good family man. I think DC is the type of guy that would like to go fishing and like to go camping and hang out, and maybe he'll hit a little bong or he'll do a little bit of some whiskey. I would be kicking it with John, like, where are the bitches and who's got some good coke? Does anybody got any Molly?
He gonna be like, Fred, hold up, Fred. We gotta roll by my house. I gotta get 10 grand from my old lady.
And I'd be like, John, boy. Fuck DC. DC's fucking lame. He's back there fucking roasting marshmallows and
what's
one
funny?
hitter.
That's how different you and I are. I'd go hang out with DC.
Yeah. No, fuck that. I'm in the car with John. Now, to be fair, I'm fucking nervous. And I don't want John fucking getting us killed. But, I'm definitely on that fucking ride. DC's fucked. Like, I fucking do DC when I'm fucking 90. He's a good guy. I get what John means. He's a good guy. I don't want to fucking hang out with DC, If I got my kids with me, but if we got the kids and shit, what the fuck's John getting into? I want to go with him.
I hear you, man. Patrick Dana, my guy, how you doing, Patrick? And make sure, let me know if I pronounce your last name correctly. Patrick's one of the new up and comers here in the MMA journalism game. So, throw your fucking handle on here, bro. I'll throw it out here on Twitter. All right, so that happened, and then Conor McGregor got pissed off at Gaethje apparently, and a now deleted tweet. Of course, it's like I feel like every time I write something about McGregor talking about somebody else, it's a now deleted tweet. So Gaethje was talking, I think, the nose, and he said that if Conor McGregor beats Michael Chandler and gets a title shot off of that Gaethje might quit. He might just quit fighting because he goes, he couldn't believe what the company he works for stands for, right, or would do. And I get what he's saying. And then McGregor comes back and says some shit. Let me scroll down this bitch. Fuck it. Let's see. He goes, would I quit if, so this is Gaethje, would I quit if Conor wanted to give him a title shot? Probably. That's how hurt I would be by the actions of the company I represent, which sounds kind of like, whiny. And then McGregor tweeted out later on, This brain dead fool got a title shot for a single win, and it was versus Chandler. Yet he will quit and retire if I get the same thing. Classic Gaethje, and he misspelled Gaethje fucking twice, I think. Classic Gaethje bird brain. Hashtag jackass. 2 title attempt, no wins. Like,
I mean, I'm not even going to check to see if Conor was right on that, but let's just fucking go.
He's right on that.
Like, well, then I mean,
checked.
what are we even talking about? But just so yeah, bro, you literally did the same exact thing. So
Exactly.
I mean, you know, whatever. But taking that to the side, I mean, so what?
Well,
I love that these guys threaten to quit.
Right.
If so and so, I'll quit. Well,
Right.
I'll bet you Dana White's just shaking in his tidy whities.
Yeah.
I'll bet you he's just terrified what they gonna do tomorrow if Justin Gaethje decide to quit. Look, Justin Gaethje is a fucking one of the more popular action fighters we've had in the sport ever, bar none. Right up there with Chris Lieben, Vanderlei, Minotauro, no, the whole most of them. You can't say enough good things about him. That being said, you being like, if such and such don't happen, I'll quit, don't mean shit to fucking nobody. In the grand scheme of things. Lots of fans would be upset. Lots of fans would say, Dana White, this is some bullshit, Jack. You cost us Justin Gaethje. Now he's in bare knuckle or he's fucking farming for chickens. But at the end of the day, the fucking bus would keep rolling that way, and it wouldn't mean a goddamn thing if you never fought again, Justin. And that goes for Conor, too. Anybody that thinks they're going to be like X, Y, and Z, or I'll quit. Quit. Yeah. Quit. What? Don't fucking matter.
But here's the thing. Like, it's like these guys don't understand how the fucking game works now, right? I've been saying, I'll repeat it forever. When the UFC sold to Endeavor years ago, I said, these days of deserving shit in the UFC specifically are fucking over because it's about money, right? So forget about deserved and fair in the UFC. It's like these fighters know. Justin Gaethje knows. He knows good and damn well why Conor will get a title shot off a win against Chandler. Like, he knows why. He knows why Colby's gonna get a title shot against Leon instead of Bilal Muhammad, right? Like, all this shit, everyone, they fucking know. Because it's not about deserve anymore. Get rid of the word deserve in your vocabulary. If you're going to be in the UFC, follow the UFC, anything with UFC. That shit's over. Okay? Over. Fucking done. Forget it. Okay? All you got to think about is this. So if you want it, look, man, it sucks because a lot of these, like if you stick to your principles, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to talk shit. I'm not going to try to sell pay-per-views. I'm not going to do none of that crap. Stick to it. But understand, you will be Bilal Muhammad. You will have to wait so many fucking fights to get even a sniff of a title shot. You will be fucking whoever that had like a 10-fight win streak and never got a title shot. You'll be that guy because you're not doing
it. If we're just being fair, like, bro, you got the title shot off a beat. He's not exactly fighting the number one contender. But let's be fair. He's not exactly fighting Joe Jerkoff, and they're like, oh, God. He fought number 32, and they're giving him a title shot. He's fighting Michael Chandler. Yeah, I'm sure a whole bunch of y'all out there think Chandler's going to starch him. As a McGregor stan, I'm fucking worried. Chandler's
hell yeah, you should be.
and hit like a brick shit house, and Conor's shown the propensity to get fucking hit in his late fucking, like, this is not an easy fight for Conor. If he comes out and actually dusts fucking Chandler, should he get the title shot? Probably not. Is it the most egregious thing in the world? Especially if he like fucking sleeps Chandler? Not fucking really. I mean, without the fact that he's obviously going to sell more pay-per-views than anybody, so on and so forth. Like, it's not exactly like he's fighting number fucking 15 or something. Like, it's not fucking egregious. What the fuck? Quit. Go ahead and quit, sissy.
If I'm Scott Coker, well, maybe call Scott Coker's awake. But if I'm Scott Coker, the PFL, I forgot the guy's name. I'm sorry, but the PFL, I'm like, come on, Justin, keep talking that shit. Let's go, quit. Come over here. At least get a few runs off you before you get too old. But yeah, no, it is what it is. And then what else do we have? We really didn't have a lot to talk about today, man. Not gonna lie to you. So let's talk 287 this weekend, man. That fight is, or that card is, what do you think of that card? or do you want me to read it off to you?
Yeah, well, just read me the main card. I know obviously we got Izzy and the rematch. What else is doing on there other than the rematch?
All right, see, so we got that one. So then the openers, Raul Rosas Jr. is an 18-year-old kid against Christian Rodriguez. Opens up the pay-per-view. Why the fuck is Google tripping right now? All right, Google's tripping like a motherfucker. All right. Then we have the co-main is fucking Jose. Wow. Jorge Masvidal against Gilbert Burns. And then we have Rosas and Christian. And then Kevin Holland against Santiago Ponzinibbio on the card. On the main card, Rob Fowler against Adrian Yanez on the card. The main card's pretty solid. Like, it's solid. Now, a lot of people I've been seeing are just like kind of sick of Jorge Masvidal because Leon Edwards said that if Masvidal does something special in this fight, like kind of beats the brakes off of Burns or gets some crazy highlight finish or whatever, that he could get a title shot instead of Colby. What do you think of that dynamic? Because if Jorge comes out and fucking flying these Gilbert Burns, I'm not mad if they put him in front of Colby.
Bro, play back what I just fucking said. Same fucking thing. I mean, look, would he necessarily merit it with a win over Gilbert? Maybe not. But what the fuck?
Forget deserves.
Finishing Gilbert Burns. I mean, if you fucking get that win and you do it impressively, and you actually have a name that sells pay-per-views, what exactly are we talking? Like, I wouldn't, again, it's not fucking egregious, you fucking pussies. I fucking hate gatekeepers and fucking just people who are, you fucking Bilal, man. You know what's fucking hilarious about Bilal is nobody remembers your name. Bilal, the one thing you want us to do, nobody remembers Bilal. Ironically enough, again, Bilal is just like fucking Gaethje. I like Bilal. Well, maybe not just like, to be fair, but very action fighter, very good fighter, all bullshit aside. But, come on, man. What the fuck? Like, let's not be fucking goofy about why Jorge would get cast in the spot. And again, a win over Gilbert Burns is a big fucking win. Should it necessarily catapult him right to the front? Maybe not. But would it be a fucking egregious if it did? Nah, man. No. Stop being a fucking crybaby and a gatekeeper. Shut the fuck up, man. This ain't the WWF. A win over Gilbert Burns, especially an impressive one, is a big, big fucking deal. And if you happen to have a big name yourself, guess what, boys and girls? In the fucking fight game, fucking shoot you right into a title shot. Especially since fucking Leon Edwards is the fight. Usman, the guy that beat you twice, is gone now. What the fuck?
Still fucking nuts that he beat him twice. But anyway, Patrick says, I still think Gilbert wins, but I've said for a while now that Gilbert's statistically the best matchup for Jorge in the top 5. He's hittable, he's being knocked out, and he's probably had better striking than Gilbert does. You're probably right, honestly. Like, it's a good fight. And I would, like I said, I love chaos. So not Colby chaos, but I love this chaos overall. I would love to see Jorge Masvidal get put in for the title shot instead of Colby, just to see the fit that Colby throws. Probably talking about, I'm going to call Donnie Trump, and he's going to make this right. No, he's not. Kevin Holland and Santiago Ponzinibbio is a fire fight. That's a good goddamn fight. You got to talk about two guys that want to throw fucking bombs at each other. That's going to be a good-ass fight. And then people want to sleep on Adrian Yanez. Go ahead, be my guest. Rafon's no bitch, but Rafon's going to have his hands full with Adrian, 100%. What else is there?
It's actually a really good card.
And dude, then, the prelims are all right.
I tell you what, listen, that little 18-year-old motherfucker beat me to death, but boy, he ugly.
That's fuck.
Raul Rosas.
Hey,
that's ugly.
No, first time I saw his face, I'm like, that boy was born to fight.
Hey, I wouldn't tell him to his face, but boy, that's an ugly young man. It's a good thing he's in the UFC. He gonna get some pussy, but boy, he ugly, Jack.
100%. Prelims main
that's a fire fight right there.
Right.
Chiesa and Jenga Lang.
Yeah.
Respect to James. That's very rarely do I look at a fight that I know is going to be heavy on grappling and be like, yo, I'm still looking forward to that one.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one. That's going to be heavy on grappling, but that's going to be fire.
Chris Curtis, Kelvin Gastelum also fire. They'll be standing the whole time. Michelle Watterson coming back against Luana Pinedo. That should be, all right.
Top 5 fucking hottest broads that's ever competed in the sport. The karate.
Watterson?
Oh, yeah. Overall, Overall, when you take in the fact that she's
Dude.
not a fucking hooer and she fucking, she's a mom, she's a respectable broad. Overall, top 5 ever in the fucking game right there.
Yeah. Yep. You're on that. Chris Barnett, Chris Sherman should be fun. Gerald Mirror shots in the early prelims. Goddamn, was against Joe Pfeiffer. Calvillo still fighting? Ooh, Lupa Godinez is Lupa Godinez is gonna win that, and it's not gonna be fucking hard either. Ignacio Bogomaz, Trey Ogden, Homeboy, Simon Hughes. Okay, yeah. So overall, like the main card in the prelims, pretty solid. So that should be pretty good card there. Fuck, dude, I don't think we got anything else to talk about.
Well,
let me check the headlines. Quick show tonight, yeah. Let me check. Ooh, McGregor apparently reacted to the rumored WWE sale. McGregor said, "Congrats to the UFC. Fucking Christ! Congrats to the UFC. Not worth a proper son of a bitch. A proper cool $12 billion. Wow, Endeavor about to scoot WWE now. Also incredible. What a powerhouse." And then he put up a picture of himself with a WWE belt on one hand and a UFC belt on the other. Fucking told you. Jake Paul's trolling Dana White already. He tweets out, UFC plus WWE makes too much sense. Great path to increasing fighter pay. I bet.
Of course.
Yeah. What else we got? This other guy goes, can't think of a more logical merger. In many ways, it's the same company. Yeah. The article that I read, so CNBC is the one that put that out, that broke the news. And they highlighted Vince McMahon retired following allegations of sexual misconduct. And then he came back to make the sale smoother. And then he talked about how Dana White has, controversy of his own, slapped his wife and shit on New Year's. And it's like, yeah, they're the same company, they're the same guy. Just one's a lot older.
Exactly. So,
you know what I mean? We're in the fucking, I'm starting to believe that we're in the fucking Matrix. Okay, fuck it. Let's get off of Matrix for a second. I know you got to go and everything, but very quickly. And I don't know if you're a fan of the guy or not. I'm not, but I like to watch. I don't hate him, but I definitely don't like him. But I like to see the effect he has on people because it's fucking you. Nobody has like a middle opinion. Everyone's super extreme, like he's an asshole, fuck him, he needs to die, or he's the greatest thing ever. Andrew Tate and his brother were released from prison and put on house arrest. What is your take on Andrew Tate? I never asked you.
I don't know, man. He's one of these fucking guys. I feel like a lot of these pricks fucking get by on other people being fucking morons.
Yes.
I think some of the shit he says, it's like, you know what I mean? I think he's sort of got a point. But then for the most part, he fucking sort of sounds like a fucking idiot. And appeals to people who are fucking morons out there who are like, yeah, I never thought about that.
Losers, honestly.
Fucking bitch should be fucking in there making me eggs. I'm the one that fucking goes and delivers the goddamn mail every day. I bring the goddamn, I never fucking thought. A lot of people are just fucking morons, man. You can say a couple fucking smart, intellectual things, and that'll get you a long way in life with dummies. You can wrap a lot of bullshit in a couple clever fucking comments, and I think people like him do that. They put together a couple clever comments, and then they just wrap together a bunch of fucking bullshit in that, and they fucking become these fucking personas. Now, as far as that motherfucker actually putting whores in houses and all that bullshit, I don't know whether he should have been in jail or I don't know how all that shit actually went down. But
yeah, so yeah, I hope things fucking nuts. I think because he just. And this is what I said, and I tell everybody: it's not hard to go to. It is not difficult to get a seat in office somewhere. No matter if you just say whatever you want to say confidently and loud, the people will follow your ass because you sound confident, right? Andrew Tate sounds like a confident guy. All these alpha male gurus, by the way, that get on fucking YouTube and have their websites and they're buy my course to be an alpha male, dude. A lion never has to tell you he's a fucking lion. Okay.
Right.
They're not alpha males. They're sitting there going like, we're alpha. This is two guys. Fuck, they have a podcast in Miami. They're the dopiest motherfuckers ever, and they're stupid as shit. Fit, fresh, whatever. There's some guys named Fresh. And the other guy is just like, and the Fresh guy is like, motherfucker has more scars on his face than Seal does. It's wild shit. And they say the dumbest shit on it. And then people follow them and like listen to them and like do what they say to them. And then like they get clowned by other people on YouTube and they get pissy. So If y'all ain't gonna watch this shit, but if for some reason y'all saw this, that's it. Fuck y'all. All right. Watch I get this video demonetized real quick. All right. That's gonna do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We're done. It's Sunday night. Go enjoy WrestleMania. Go barbecue with your family. Go do some fun shit. I'll be back next week though. UFC 287, big pay-per-view. And then the week after, UFC Kansas City, I guess. I'll be in Kansas City for it. So make sure you check that out. CageSidePress.com for everything. Cageside Press on everything. Fred is at Jam City Jesus to put his name on there all together with the at in the front. That's Twitter. I'm at Ela32. Cageside Press is at Cageside Press. I have an interview coming out this next week. Co-main event for One Championship 10, One Fight Night 10 is what they're calling it, in Denver. First One Championship event in Denver. I'll be there covering as well for Cageside Press. The guy fighting the co-main event against Rodtang for the flyweight Muay Thai Championship, Edgar Tavares. He's gonna be I got to interview him in Spanish, so I'm still working the video, making sure I put subtitles so y'all can understand it. But super humble dude, super humble guy. So I'll keep an eye out for that. Plenty of interviews, plenty of stuff. We're on Spotify, coming to Apple and everything else soon. So make sure you look for us on there. All right. For myself, Mr. Fred Kirby, we love the hell out of you guys. Shout out to Patrick Dan that hung out today. Otis, if you watch this later, appreciate you. I know you're watching wrestling. Enjoy yourself, bro. And everyone else who tunes in. We love you guys. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, leave a comment, all that kind of shit. For myself, Mr. Fred Kirby, the entire team over Cageside Press. Good night. Good night, Wilshire.